Hey everybody, this is Joe Joseph, and this is the DailySheeple.com's News Shot. Let's go to high times, man, where senators are reintroducing a bill to end federal prohibition of medical marijuana. Isn't this great? Finally, we get some, at least a few people that are kind of taking up the mantle of doing what the people actually want. You know, more states in the union now favor medical marijuana or just totally flat out legalizing it, not just for the medical benefits or for the myriad of ways you can use it, but also because states have figured out that, holy crap, we've got budget deficits that we have to solve. So let's tax the snot out of it. It'll still be a lot cheaper than when it was illegal, and it's a win-win for everybody. Not so bad. Stony Bear writes, with all the fighting going on in Congress, it's hard to find almost anything for them to agree on nowadays. One of the few things it seems to be is ending medical marijuana prohibition. On Thursday, a bipartisan group including U.S. Senators Rand Paul, Cory Booker, Kirsten Gillibrand, Mike Lee, and Lisa Murkowski reintroduced the CARERS Act. CARERS Act. Now, just, I just got to throw this out there. CARERS Act is the last thing I think I would think of if I was trying to make marijuana legal. So, I don't know. Now, the CARERS Act of 2017, or if you're trying to sound smart, the Compassionate Access, Research Expansion, and Respect States Act, basically allows states with medical marijuana to continue doing it, but legally. More importantly, it would allow the Department of Veteran Affairs, which is very important, to recommend its veterans as a treatment, as well as create some important past research. There's been many, many veterans that have benefited from medical marijuana. As a matter of fact, it's done great things as far as treating PTSD. I mean, and that's just one of many ways and many ailments that marijuana treats. Could you imagine if we actually studied it and perhaps, did some things to provide better delivery systems, maybe a more targeted approach of cannabinoid delivery, that kind of thing. And God only knows where that would take us. There's documented proof that it's beneficial in the treatment of cancer. Not just because it gives you the munchies when you're sick with chemo, but because you don't have to do chemo oftentimes. That you can utilize medical marijuana or just marijuana in general. I hate to use the term medical marijuana because it's a plant, and anybody that wants to have a plant should be able to have a plant. It's absolutely asinine to me that something natural like that has to be restricted. And I don't care what it is. If you want to grow coca trees in your yard, I don't care. That's up to you. And if you use it responsibly, knock yourself out. That's your body, and you're responsible for it. And if you screw up, guess what? You're responsible for it. Not everybody has to pay a price for the stupidity of others. But it seems to be that way because the government only knows and has one tool in its arsenal, and that's a hammer. And that's the only thing it knows how to use and knows how to do, is smash. And that's what they do. People get stupid, smash. We're going to take away all your rights. Blah. Boogeyman comes to town, smash. That's right. We're going to spy on you to keep you safe. Come on. It's absolutely stupid. Don Murphy, director of the Conservative Outreach for the Marijuana Policy Project, notes that this is not the only opportunity to advance cannabis law, but also a win for the state's rights. He says the reintroduction of the CARERS Act is a first step of many we hope this Congress will take to end federal prohibition of medical marijuana. The addition of Senator Lee and Murkowski as original co-sponsors should inspire other Republicans to seriously consider this legislation and the absurd federal overreach that it seeks to correct, a la Jeff Sessions, the prohibitionist, the idiot. I say that because you have to be if you believe in prohibition, because it's never worked. It never will. History's shown it. There's a track record there. But you got to be a frickin' moron to think that you can stop people from getting what they want. They will find a way. Especially if there's benefit. especially if it improves their quality of life, especially when there's so much to benefit from it. It says, is this bill destined to die the same fate as its predecessor, or will it find support? The difference here today, folks, is we're in a much different world than we were 2 years ago when this was introduced the first time. You know? And for better or for worse, I think people have become more accustomed and more acclimated. I think they're starting to understand the hoax of how marijuana became a Schedule 1, or hell, the whole Controlled Substances Act and the way that came about. It's a total and complete hoax. It's a lie. We were sold a bill of goods. The war on drugs. You are right. I learned it from watching you. Yeah. Time to come to grips with reality, folks. And the reality is there's much more benefit to legalizing marijuana than there is to keep it illegal. And it's just that simple. I'm Joe Joseph. This was thedailysheeple.com's News Shot. Feel free to comment below and visit our website at thedailysheeple.com. Have a great day.